3 months left for NEET PG. Well, give and take. हो पाएगा नहीं हो पाएगा, डूएबल है, कर सकते हैं नहीं कर सकते हैं. Well, I don't want to sound convincing कि मुझे कोई वीडियो बनानी है, तो that's why I want to be sound convincing and I will say answer is yes. If you ask me this question right now, I'll definitely say yes. But if you ask this question to me like maybe a month or after 2 months, then I may not even answer this question because that's not a practical thing. Now, cracking a NEET PG exam in 3 months is no easy feat. It requires a lot of seriousness, dedication, diligence चाहिए, बहुत hard work चाहिए. And given the vastness of the syllabus and fierce competition, the limited time frame also we have, we need to really figure out that how exactly we can motivate, how exactly we can kind of channelize our energy towards a strategy in which we can crack this exam in the given 3 months. Well, what I feel guys, कि INI-CT के बाद जब result ठीक नहीं आया, when you didn't get the desired result after this INI-CT, then this is the time when people actually started kind of doubting their source. Now, this is the first mistake which many of us are doing, that they started doubting their source because they thought कि using this source, so I didn't get the rank. So I may have to change the source. I may have to switch to some other program. I may have to if I was a regular student, so I need to join some test and discussion. If I was test and discussion, I need to join some regular program, or हो सकता है मुझे completely अपनी app change करनी पड़े. Now that is absolutely not the case. That's not the case here. It's not the content which you are lacking in. It was a lack of planning because of which you didn't go through. Revision नहीं था. I mean, हमें से कितने लोग ऐसे थे जब when we gave that exam, when we were like sitting in front of the screen and we saw that question and like we thought कि यार I know the answer to this question here. काश मैंने revision कर लिया था. If I would have revised that portion, ये वाला question हो जाता है यहाँ पर. So it's all about the lack of revision, the lack of the way we need to plan the revision. So first of all, please don't doubt your content. No matter आपने अपनी तैयारी कहीं से भी की है. You read it from standard textbook, you read it from any coaching material, any app, they all have done a wonderful job. So please don't doubt your content at all. Now, if you have that content, then how to utilize that content? Now, the content will make more sense if you compare it with the previous year questions. You judge your content based on the questions that you're solving from the different platform. If you read something, you feel confident about it. But the moment you go to certain app, whichever app it is, and you start solving the questions, then you end up solving too many questions. So obviously उसमें से बहुत सारे topics ऐसे हैं जो important है ही नहीं, and you're not able to get the answer to them. But what you'll do, you look at your overall score. 100 questions I solved. I'm not able to answer 30 questions or 40 questions out of it. That means my preparation is not good enough. Probably I need to change my source or something else. Not a good idea again. You first need to find out that the whatever questions you're solving, do they belong to the previous year topics or not? For the practice sake, ठीक है, जो मर्जी करो, जितने मर्जी questions करो, that is completely up to you. But you need to find out that are you getting the answers wrong on the topics which are frequently asked in the exam. So previous year questions, to me, the सबसे important factor जो है that understanding the pattern of examination, understanding that what questions are being asked. Now tell me something. If you have the option of solving 500 questions from a particular subject, would you prefer to solve those 500 questions, a newly formulated question from any app or any platform here? Or would you like to go for the 200 questions which are asked in the previous year examination? Go beyond 3 years. People say कि just you have to look into the questions of last 3 years, 4 years. 4 years क्यों? 3-4 years क्यों? You can go 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, as many years as you want. कोई questions की limit तो है नहीं ना हमारे पास. We have the entire question bank which is provided to us by the NBE itself, the previous year papers. So जो previous year papers हैं, previous year questions हैं, तो why to solve new questions or why to get into new topics until unless you are really really good at those here. पहले तो उसको consolidate करते हैं. Number 1. Number 2, the GTs, grand test. I know that every platform, every faculty, they keep on advocating about the grand test. Grand test important है यार. Grand tests are important for two very precise reason. Number 1, exam simulation is very much important. If you don't feel that exam environment, then you may not be able to form the जो आपकी preparation का level है उसके according. I'll give you an example. Sometimes what happens is, let's say you go for a GT and you solve first 10, 15, 20 questions and you get a very good start. आपको बड़ी अच्छी start मिलती है. आपको लगता है मेरे 20 में से 20 ठीक हो गए या फिर 20 में से I'm able to solve 15 questions here. Now that really gives you a push, really gives you a motivational push, and then you end up solving like probably you end up attempting the questions which you probably won't have. अगर आपकी अच्छी स्टार्ट ना होती तो शायद आप उनको नहीं कर पाते, बट यू रियली गॉट अ गुड मोमेंटम, एक अच्छा इनर्शिया मिल गया आपको, तो यू आर एबल टू सॉल्व दोस क्वेश्चंस. ये कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत काम करता है आगे. सम डेज यू डोंट हैव गुड स्टार्ट, यू स्टार्ट गिविंग अ जीटी, आपको लगता है यार I'm started and like first 10-15 questions I'm not able to get the answers to them right, बहुत ही कम questions ठीक हुए हैं, and that will keep on running into your head कि यार वो questions ठीक नहीं, वो questions ठीक नहीं, and that will affect rest of your paper. Now this could happen on the day itself. So the point is that we need to prepare for that kind of ऐसे situation के लिए. If you give multiple GTs, एक exam simulated environment होगा, तो you will understand कि sometime despite of bad start, maybe the later half of the paper can fetch you the rank, and sometime despite of having a good start, the rest of the paper may not be exactly according the way you want it to be. So having all kind of experience is very important. So this is one of the reasons the GT is important. Secondly, I'm sure आप में से बहुत लोगों ने feel किया होगा कि this time, and when you actually go into the examination hall and sit in front of the screen, ये जो time हमें मिलता है यहाँ पर, ये ऐसा लगता है कि कब उड़ गया है. When you're giving the GTs at the comfort of your home, and when you're actually sitting in front of the screen there in the examination hall, बहुत difference है. Like that, it seems like कि 15-20 minutes जो हैं वो तो सबको लगता है कम रह गए हैं. Like if we would have got like 15-20 minutes more, so हमारे जो last के 15-20-30 questions हमारे बच गए, we could have attempted those questions और हमारी rank बहुत better हो सकती थी. So I would say that especially in the GT part, whenever you give any GT, please try to finish the GT at least 15-20 minutes before the stipulated time. और उसका रीजन सिर्फ यही है, आपको ये स्कोप चाहिए वहाँ पर. ये 15-20 मिनट्स एक्स्ट्रा लगते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ द एंग्जाइटी, बिकॉज ऑफ द एग्जाम एनवायरनमेंट. कुछ भी हो सकता है यार, कंप्यूटर बंद हो जाए, नो देयर सो मेनी थिंग्स व्हिच कुड गो रॉन्ग हियर. सो यू बेटर बी प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर दैट. द मोर यू ट्रेन योर ब्रेन टू फिनिश योर जीटी 15 मिनट्स बिफोर द स्टिपुलेटेड एग्जाम, ये एडवांटेज आपको एग्जाम में मिलेगा, एंड यू गॉट टू ट्राई दिस हियर. एज टू एज नहीं खेलना है, एज टू एज नहीं जाना है, डोंट डू दैट हियर. Okay, and lastly, one thing I would like to suggest to you all: everyone is in the same boat. From now onwards, this is the right time, and I cannot say this thing after 2 months or so. या 1.5 महीने के बाद हम ये बात नहीं कर सकते. This is the right time. Make a perfect plan on a piece of paper. Do not burn out in the process. ऐसा plan नहीं बनाना है कि जो follow ही ना हो सके. ठीक है? You can cut down on the number of hours in a day if you feel tired or something. You can work out, अगर आपको workout करना पसंद है, you can go out, you can chat with a friend. Try to stay away from the social networking side. कोशिश करो, अगर break लिया है तो break में Insta, FB चलाने से अच्छा है कि ये talk to your friend, family, go for a coffee, play with your pet or whatever. But I very strongly feel that you need to make a schedule जो आप digest कर सको. We have to eat उतना जितना हमें digest हो. ठीक है? So be confident about it. You need to enjoy this phase. I know it's easier said than done. ऐसे कैसे enjoy कर लें, this is one of the most stressful phase, but you still have to enjoy this phase. And one last suggestion which I would like to give you is, please try to start your revision with the subjects that you love most. जिसमें आपको excitement होती है पढ़ने में, the one that you love to read, the one that you feel okay, I'm very confident about it here, because it is a game of momentum. Once you get the momentum, then it will be like if you can follow your own handmade schedule for the first 15-20 days, then you will get a lot of confidence. And when you look back and आपको दिखेगा यार I've done with मेरे 5-6 subjects हो गए हैं पिछले 10 दिन के अंदर, short subjects ही हो चाहे वो, अगर वो हो गए हैं तो like that count matters here. Out of the 19 subjects, okay, I'm done with the 5 subjects in last 10 days. This will really motivate you to go further. And that is the time, वो जो momentum है, वो जो inertia मिला आपको, you can use it for the subjects you are weak at in the later half. So don't start with the things that you're not good at. अगर आपको लगता है कि मेरा medicine weak है या मेरा anatomy weak है, don't start with that. Revision में start with the subjects which you are strong at. You need to build that confidence. You need to build that momentum. And I'm sure that आपका जो revision phase है, जो revision strategy हो, वो काम करेगी आपके लिए. And lastly, already मैं काफ़ी लंबी कर चुका हूँ वीडियो, so I'm sorry for that. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि I feel that by the end of Feb, you should be able to done with your at least first revision. Like many will say probably second revision here, but end of Feb तक आपको अपना first revision तो ख़त्म करना ही है, ताकि एग्जाम से पहले whatever time is available before the exam एक quick review और दे सकें. And I'm saying before Feb because at times some people will say कि यार Feb तक तो बहुत late हो जाएगा यहाँ पर, but there are people who are not even done with their subject once. So I'm kind of addressing those people कि जिनका अभी तक एक बार syllabus पूरा नहीं हुआ है, and they still need at least 3 months for the detailed revision here. If you have done the subjects once, then please try to finish off it by the January. Feb month में पूरा दोबारा से एक बार रिव्यू करना है, and you need that one quick recap, that like a week or 10 days recap before the examination here. And do not make the strategy for the last week or 15 days till the time you're done with your first revision. Once you're done with your first revision, तब आप सोचना कि what will be my strategy 15 days before the examination, because you will be in a better position to know कि हाँ मेरे सब्जेक्ट स्ट्रॉन्ग है, ये मेरी वीकनेस है, दिस इज समथिंग विच इज़ वेरी फॉरगेटफुल फॉर मी, ये मुझे याद रहता है, तो यू कैन काइंड ऑफ प्लान इट बेस्ड ऑन दैट हियर, राइट. सो थैंक यू सो मच गाइज, थोड़ी सी लंबी वीडियो हो गई. सो एंड आई विश यू ऑल द वेरी वेरी बेस्ट, एंड एज आई ऑलवेज से वी आर देयर टू हेल्प यू. कभी भी किसी भी तरह की कोई हेल्प चाहिए हो, यू जस्ट नीड एनी सजेशन, एनी यू वांट टू डिस्कस एनीथिंग, प्लीज फील फ्री. थैंक यू सो मच.